Tayo'y mga Pinoy, tayo'y hindi kano. Huwag kang mahihiya kung ang ilong mo ay pango.
I'm an F-I-L-I-P-I-N-O, F-I-L-I-P-I-N-O,
F-I-L-I, yeah, I am Dro, no intro, P-I-N, no, you don't know, yeah, I'm coming from the motherland, hot like P.I. Summerman, harder than the hollow of my mother's hand, understand, my swagger be New York, but my blood was brewed in QC, so chill with the brutal abuse of views we choose to believe, children of the sun, you better rock it if you proud of who you are, a wrist red on top of the bloom, styling on the island, the story of a warrior, from the trouble to the struggle, and from reside Gloria, we bringing you a sequel till our treatment is equal. This is for my people, my people. We trying to be some citizens, it's better for our kids, but then we gotta teach them sense. Our ancestors weren't just businessmen. Live with Uncle Sammy, sees I got my mother's eyes, but I'm proud of who I am, son of the sun up in the sky.
I hardly speak the sign, my Tagalog's even worse, but I represent the island like I'm down and out the turf. A history of violence when the Spanish went on search. The natural resource, they thought the earth was ours. Ancestors deserve credit for this verse, cause the freedom fighting spirit still observes what occurs. Even in America we think we got it made. Seen a woman leave her family just to be a maid. I think about history and how we've been betrayed. In the capitalist system you'll always be a slave. I study people power and what it really means. Read Amado Guerrero's book about the Philippines. Still got colonized with white and cream. US military presence in the jungles that are green. Foreign companies stealing gold from the earth. This is the new mind of the people, call it rebirth.
Rise like bulldog, high like apple. Rise won't be low, bam, ho. In the undertow, I go and see a million eyes hoping. The real dragonflies are when the prison doors are open. I root sleeping in poverty and my lotus tea is falling water than street. Pin a tuber of perils, these are greater in my soul. An insurrection in my heart is set and ready to explode. Let the flood waters go, lay siege to the palace. Change without struggle is an empty fallacy. Gorilla MC, my mic, my gun, verbal clip MC, the time has come. My consignment's just the battle lines are drawn between the lines and the page we storm singing our song. Cobra moving mountains to the people's war is one. It's coming back around again, children of the sun.
Tayo'y mga Pinoy, tayo'y hindi kano. Huwag kang mahihiya kung ang ilong mo ay
with a longing to embody the soul of my Filipinos, the love of my native people, sweeter than chicken tocino. Kalipulaka the hero, the death of Nino Aquino. Marcos's reign was more bleak, word to Catino Sino. Who among us are proud of what we've inherited? Not trying to be American, but the spirit of heritage. We used to be warriors, Spanish destroyed the evidence, gave us the Santo Nino, and Jesus is our eminence. Now the skin brown by the sun on our banner. Same skin we deny, trying not to get tanner. Doesn't matter to the youth that try to touch with this song. The boys that grow to be men, but can't talk their butt on. Girls that grow to be women, dream of glittering gold. Men dream of giving them things for the things they would hold. Cause every stroke of my word paints a story I've told. Give me the spirit, and the jungle, and the glory of old.
I take pride in the country where I came from, represented with 3 stars with an 8-point sun. Known for hard work cause you can't compare to none. We're a smile and a nod, spread of a native tongue. We are nurses, doctors and engineers, working hard for the dollars and sweat and tears. But never fear, just cause I'm living here. The pride from our people never disappear.
I'm in loaded, Pancho Villa, Pacquiao, packing one. Pack power in both hands, a pack a punch, pack of power in my verse. So I impact with words, but they know my skin is tough, much like a pack of dumb. People power revolution, but you do yourself for peace. Bump your fist up in the air, proud and brown to the beat, to the beat. Filipinos be as proud as you could be. Make sure our predecessors are proud of you and me. From Dato Lapu-Lapu of the Sultan to Sulu, Kamajala, Wakapila and the spears, and it was brutal. But the Jose Rizal and the Liga Filipina, and filibuster, we supposed to be some freedom for the people. For Emilio Aguinaldo, Bonifacio and his sword. Regardless of the source, for the cause he stood for. Remember our history, be proud of we become. As the song will tell the tales of the children of the sun.
Tayo'y mga Pinoy, tayo'y hindi kano. Huwag kang mahihiya kung ang ilong mo ay
From the shores of Cebu, the hills of the Cordies, from World War II, the 1940s, the veteranos, the fight to reclaim the colonized mind, the remnants of Spain. It's the hand of a peasant, the sword of a Datu. That moment when you say you gotta do what you got to. Well, we gotta take it back for the masa, para sa mga kaibigan at mga kasama sa Pilipinas. Di bali kung walang pera, sobrang kawawa, maraming mga problema. I do it for Gabriela, the spirit of Cabell. We celebrate our people, but all is not well. Ain't hard to tell. Look where we've been. They feeding us with poison to whiten up our skin. They pushing Fox News at Michelle Malkin. I'm looking at the screen like she ain't my kid. Shit.
Landed them on a child of the sun that fitted. Who spit it? The kid with the sun and star fitted. No gimmicks, it's Filipino specific. So listen up, ears open and mouth shut. Fuck 'em, yo. These are the people that I'm reaching toward. The same people that I'm motherfucking speaking for. Speaking and speaking, I can't with my native tongue. But with my people, man, you know I'm not the only one. Pops was a merchant marine who saw the world beyond the shores of the Philippines. Met my mother in the US, surprisingly. I got the blood of a nomad inside of me. It inspires me of what I aspire to be. Come on. They speak the swords violently. Come on. I pass it on to my son and I'm hoping. Bumping them pillow while teaching them clothes.
They only show light-skinned people on the TV screen. That's why so many wish their skin was that white in their dreams. We avoid the sun and even use lightening cream. Insecurely taking this obsession to the extreme. This is the mentality that I knew as a child. The idea, light-skin, pointed nose profile. I'd rather bear the comments people say to insult you than poison my skin and erase my culture. The 2% of the Filipinos are mestizo. The TV and movie stars will represent the people. Our notion of beauty needs to be changed. The Spanish are gone, mindset still remains. White people conquered our country and changed our religion. Gave us their systems, imposed the way you're living. To them we were inferior, draw me and disagree. I am brown, I am proud, Filipino, this is we.
Tayo'y mga Pinoy, tayo'y hindi kano. Huwag kang mahihiya kung ang ilong mo ay pango.
I'm an F-I-L-I-P-I-N-O, F-I-L-I-P-I-N-O,
F-I-L-I, yeah, I am Dro, no intro, P-I-N, no, you don't know, yeah, I'm coming from the motherland, hot like P.I. Summerman, harder than the hollow of my mother's hand, understand, my swagger be New York, but my blood was brewed in QC, so chill with the brutal abuse of views we choose to believe, children of the sun, you better rock it if you proud of who you are, a wrist red on top of the blue, styling on the island, the story of a warrior, from the trouble to the struggle, and from reside Gloria, we bringing you a sequel till our treatment is equal. This is for my people, my people. We trying to be some citizens, it's better for our kids, but then we gotta teach them sense. Our ancestors were rich as businessmen. Live with Uncle Sammy, sees I got my mother's eyes, but I'm proud of who I am, son of the sun up in the sky.
I hardly speak Visayan, my Tagalog's even worse, but I represent the island like I'm Donaire off the turf. A history of violence when the Spanish went on search. The natural resource, they thought the earth was theirs. Ancestors deserve credit for this verse, cause the freedom fighting spirit still observes what occurs. Even in America we think we got it made. Seen a woman leave her family just to be a maid. I think about history and how we've been betrayed. In the capitalist system you'll always be a slave. I study people power and what it really means. Read Amado Guerrero's book about the Philippines. Still got colonized with white and cream. US military presence in the jungles that are green. Foreign companies stealing gold from the earth. This is the new mind of the people, call it rebirth.
Rise like bulldog, high like apple. Rise won't be low, bam, ho. In the undertow, I go and see a million eyes hoping. The real dragonflies are when the prison doors are open. I reach deep in poverty, and my lotus tea is falling water this street. In a tuber of perils, these are greater in my soul. An insurrection in my heart is setting ready to explode. Let the flood waters go, lay siege to the palace. Chain without struggle is an empty fallacy. Gorilla MC, my mic, my gun, verbal clip indeed, the time has come. Ziaf, my consignment's just the battle lines are drawn between the lines and the page we storm singing our song. Cobra moving mountains to the people's war is one. It's coming back around again, children of the sun.
Tayo'y mga Pinoy, tayo'y hindi kano. Huwag kang mahihiya kung ang ilong mo ay
With a longing to embody the soul of my Filipinos, the love of my native people, sweeter than chicken tocino. Caligulaka, the hero, the death of Nino Aquino. Marcos's reign was more bleak, word to Catino Sino. Who among us are proud of what we've inherited? Not trying to be American, but the spirit of heritage. We used to be warriors, Spanish destroyed the evidence, gave us the Santo Nino, and Jesus is our eminence. Now the skin brown by the sun on our banner. Same skin we deny, trying not to get tanner. Doesn't matter to the youth, I try to touch with his soul. wrong. The boys that grow to be men but can't talk their butt on. Girls that grow to be women dream of glitter and gold. Men dream of giving them things for the things they would hold. Cause every stroke of my word paints a story I'm told. Give me the spirit and the jungle and the glory of old.
I take pride in the country where I came from, represented with 3 stars with an 8-point sun. Known for hard work cause you can't compare to none. We're a smiling and not but of a native tongue. We are nurses, doctors and engineers, working hard for the dollars and sweat and tears. But never fear, just cause I'm living here, the pride from our people never disappear.
I'm loaded, Pancho Villa, Pacquiao, packing one. Pack power in both hands, a pack a punch. Pack a power in my verse, so I impact with words, but they know my skin is tough, much like a pack of dumb. People power revolution, put your deuces up for peace. Pump your fist up in the air, proud and brown into the beat, to the beat. Filipinos, be as proud as you could be. Make sure our predecessors are proud of you and me. From Dato Lapu-Lapu of the Sultan and Sulu, Kamajala will come healing the spears and it was brutal. But the Jose Rizal and the Liga Filipina, and filibuster we must be some freedom for the people. Emilio Aguinaldo, Bonifacio and his sword. Regardless of the source, for the cause we stood and fought. Remember our history, be proud that we become, as the song will tell the tales of the children of the sun.
Tayo'y mga Pinoy, tayo'y hindi kano. Huwag kang mahihiya, kung ang ilong mo ay
From the shores of Cebu, the hills of the Cordies, from World War II, the 1940s, the veteranos, the fight to reclaim the colonized mind, the remnants of Spain. It's the hand of a peasant, the sword of a Datu. That moment when you say you gotta do what you got to. Well, we gotta take it back for the masa, para sa mga kaibigan at mga kasama sa Pilipinas. Di bali kung walang pera, sobrang kawawa, maraming mga problema. I do it for Gabriela, the spirit of Cabell. We celebrate our people, but all is not well. Ain't hard to tell, look where we've been. They feeding us with poison to whiten up our skin. They pushing Fox News at Michelle Malkin. I'm looking at the screen like she ain't my kid, shit.
Landed them on a child of the sun that fitted. Who spit it? The kid with the sun and star fitted. No gimmicks, it's Filipino specific. So listen up, ears open and mouth shut. Fuck 'em, yo. These are the people that I'm reaching toward. The same people that I'm motherfucking speaking for. Speaking and speaking, I can't with my native tongue, but with my people, man, you know I'm not the only one. Pops was a merchant marine who saw the world beyond the shores of the Philippines. Met my mother in the U.S. surprisingly. I got the blood of a nomad inside of me. It inspires me of what I aspire to be. Come on, they speak the swords violently. Come on, I pass it on to my son and I'm hoping, bumping them pillow while teaching them clothes.
They only show light-skinned people on the TV screen. That's why so many wish their skin was that white in their dreams. We avoid the sun and even use lightning cream. Insecurely taking this obsession to the extreme. This is the mentality that I knew as a child. The idea, light-skin, pointed nose profile. I'd rather bear the comments people say to insult you than poison my skin and erase my culture. And 2% of the Filipinos are mestizo. The TV and movie stars and represent the people. Our notion of beauty needs to be changed. The Spanish are gone, mindset still remains. White people conquered our country and changed our religion. Gave us their systems, imposed the way you're living. To them we were inferior, draw me and disagree. I am brown, I am proud, Filipino, this is real.